Yes, indeed. Thank you very much from the desk. Moses, without asking why, I wanted to make a sound like a giraffe.
Should I make one?
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's the dying giraffe from South Park is what I'm going for. Have you ever seen the movie, the South Park movie?
I have, yeah.
It's like they say, if you're ever in trouble, make a noise like a dying giraffe and we'll come up here. And he goes,
that was good. I like that. Excellent. I think it's going to be a good map. I think it's going to be a little bit rough for Virtus.pro, but certainly I think it's going to be a fun time. Simple on Mirage, can't be bad, can it?
No, I mean that's going to always be tough to get past. But I think the big thing as well is the double up setup that Navi runs with Flamey with the other op is pretty deadly on this map as well. We saw it on Nuke to great impact.
Yes.
And we've seen it in the past with Flamey to great impact. And we haven't even talked about Electronic yet. So this is going to be a really tough task for VP. And I know it's become a little bit of a cliche to say they just can't get out to that slow start. And Nuke was a map where not easy for T-sides to necessarily get going. Like, you have to win a couple crucial rounds early to really gain some momentum. But here, they're at such a disadvantage that they really, it's going to be so difficult to come back from those 0-7, 0-8, 0-9 score lines.
Yeah, basically no slow starts, no slow finishes.
And they're starting T-side again. So
yeah.
Great.
No slow middles or either, just...
yeah, nothing slow. Everything has to be...
It's got to be straight on point from the beginning. Is there anything that they did on Nuke that made you sort of think, okay... this is actually a little bit better than I was expecting,
As tends to be with Virtus.pro, even like in the past when they've been good, sometimes it feels like their fast and more aggressive tactics kind of sometimes work better. And I think we saw that on Nuke as well a couple of times where they kind of seemed to throw the playbook out and they just said, okay, the final goal is this. We're going to approach it in this way. And it's a little bit less structured, but once they seem to thrive in chaos at the moment. And I think that's kind of what they have to look to cause here on Mirage. We'll see, though. Going to be a really tough task. You obviously want Pasha to continue that level we saw him kind of hit. You want Mihu to have a better game. You need Snacks to be Snacks, to be the Big Apple Snacks.
Yes, exactly right. You are. I think Chad was mentioning this on the desk. It can't really be on Pasha to be the star player, even though he did a great job on Nuke. But let's see how all this unfolds. Now we're going to be on the CT side, Virtus.pro on the T side of Mirage. This is map number 2 and the third best of 3 today. We have another one coming up after it, so don't be getting out of your seat just yet.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Zeus is going to be put to the test, but Edward and Electronic are right nearby. I think they've even boosted Electronic up, so they're kind of expecting this to come, and they're hoping that boost is going to have a big impact. That's a nice shot. Edward actually catching Pasha mid-air. He's going to go down afterwards. Snacks is doing a lot of work in this one, but Electronic, that boost really working out. Big double kill for him, leaving it in a 2-on-2. And now it's a 1-on-1 as Flamey takes down Mihu. The fight continues, unending, and Flamey going to come out on top. 3 health left.
Non-stop action. And I think Navi got a little bit nervous. They expected Electronic to be boosted up to kind of be the knockout punch. This is the second time in their pistol round that they've had 3 players at the point of Virtus.pro's contact, reading them very, very well, knowing exactly what's coming. Even Flamey needed to clutch out against Neo so close with just 3 HP. But standard B hit, and those 2 kills from Electronic. Feeling it's 1 there. It's pretty much all over. So we're going to see Virtus.pro buy up again into this round. The CZ's coming out. Mihu saving entirely. So maybe they're dropping AWP later on, but he's going to have just Glock and smoke. Actually, now he goes back to buy. Missed the memo. Maybe he's the potato.
I like that idea. It's true as far as I know as well. I've heard many people complain about it.
I mean, you should know. I feel like you're the potato of the teams you play on.
Oh, I thought you meant... I thought you were going to go
I didn't mean in general of like a casting team. That's your own thing you have to work through.
Oh, well. No, listen, I was always on the server alone, Moses, doing the work, learning all the stuff.
All the fun stuff of Counter-Strike.
Yes.
Nice progress made across the map for Virtus.pro, but it gets stopped there as kind of Edward and Flamey, even though Snacks gets that kind of gained ground in towards window, they kind of collapse on the players behind, trying to build upon it, and it just doesn't happen. So they're forced away. They do get a kill onto Edward. They have simple electronic blow, so they can do some of that damage, but Navi's just been too aggressive. They've got such good positioning, and that's a pretty nice wipeout. Only 1 player goes down, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, so avoiding the scare in the middle. Navi holding on to a couple of the SMGs and the Scout as well, upgrading at least one of their rifles. So that is, yeah, pretty normal start. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. It would be fun, as you said, if we could see like a a more aggressive Virtus.pro. You know, more chaos, a little bit wilder. We saw that on Nuke Summit sometimes, where they really dialed that up, and Na'Vi couldn't always keep up.
No, they couldn't always. And it was when there was some confusion kind of coming in, and when they were forced to make some rotations. Gonna be much harder to do that to him on Mirage. Is a map that Na'Vi, in my opinion, is much better on, looks much more comfortable on. Edward's gonna go find something, and I think he's not necessarily gonna find what he likes, although he second guesses himself and falls away. You can see the trap Virtus.pro has set up 4 players there. So he falls back and he decides to go back into it. So Neo's gonna go down, but what does he get after this? As they crunch, there's the peek, baiting him into the commit. Nicely done from Virtus.pro to get that first kill.
I mean, it's a nice idea for Edward to sort of make the footsteps running back, just to try and lure them out. I think he's actually gonna be a little bit upset with himself, because he kind of knew what was there, and then he still couldn't keep his little hands off them. Little greedy hands. Just wanted it.
Yep. Well, wanted that bonus money, doesn't he? Gets one at the very least. Electronic has the SMG as well. He could go for something, and I don't think Bialy's going to expect there's some kind of a push, at least clear things out, but not really a great chance of him to do anything. There's the M4 and the SMG ringing out. Electronic looks focused, and he's happy.
I was going to say, he looked very dialed in.
Yeah. Which
should worry everybody. He's obviously a player that's going to be very good.
I think every fan of North American Counter-Strike has nightmares of Electronic on this map.
Yeah, that's a good point.
From the PGL Krakow qualifier.
He's, I think, not even close to reach his full potential yet in terms of what he could do, but certainly he's been given more space in this version of Na'Vi, which is, I think everyone is just happy, but don't know anyone who thinks otherwise, maybe except for the people playing him.
Yeah, all of his opponents. Well, there's, I don't want to say mid-control. There are some players here. Neo's going to lead the way. Smoke goes down, turns the corner, loves that fight, takes the head off Edward, but the nade finishes him off, so they trade each other out. Snack's going to be the next one up, and how aggressive does he want to be in pressuring the B bomb site? The main hit is going to be towards A. So he either wants to apply pressure to B to force a rotation, or wants to pick someone off from connector. Here comes the hit, so Snacks now turns into a lurker.
When Flame is up in the apartments, if they catch this great kill from Snacks, but if they realize Flame is up there, they can keep him out of it and put the bomb down easily. This is a weird round for Na'Vi. Zeus is going to be flanking around one side, might run into Snacks, and we'll see if Flamey is going to pounce early or if he wants to stay a little bit late and wait for his teammates to show up. It looks like he wants to go a little bit aggressive in the middle of it. There's Mihu going down, Flamey coming up with a big double kill. That's a massive turnaround. If he didn't do that, they might not have been able to do it. Snacks is almost catching Zeus with the flank, but this is just all over the place. An absolute circus in this round. 40 seconds. Pasha's picked up the bomb and is looking for Zeus, but they're finally going to be able to find him. I'm not sure why Zeus didn't hear him. And another kill coming in on Flamey. And suddenly it's back to a 2-on-1. Simple, the last one left. 29 seconds. Bomb plant, not even going to be necessary. Snacks will take him down. That was a weird round.
I don't know how Na'Vi actually lost that.
They were playing musical chairs inside of that A-bomb zone.
Yeah, they were a little bit. I don't know. I mean, Pasha wasn't exactly being quiet in the fact that he was hunting down Zeus, and he wasn't being quiet when he came back up the ramp to pick off Flamey. And in those halls, I guess the X factor was that they didn't really know where Snacks had gone, because remember, he did get that kill in towards ladder room, so they might have been thinking he was going to be over towards jungle, over towards connector, or something like that, and that's why Flamey was kind of checking in that direction. But nice round from Pasha. We mentioned he was going to need to have the impact that he did in the second half of Nuke, and he started things off well here, which is quite cool. An early tactical pause for Na'Vi, which is interesting.
Yes, indeed. Just wanted to keep it cool and try and lock it down in 2 maps.
I honestly, I know Snacks heard Zeus in the flank, right? And Pasha goes back to kind of watch it, but when Flamey kills his 2 teammates, he's got to go back into that bomb site. So that was actually a really cool play from Flamey. Even if he's worried about, if he's worried about Snacks coming from window room, I don't see any reason for him to come back out of that apartment until the bomb starts going down. Simple's rotating over.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because there wouldn't have been that much time.
It's obviously so much easier to say these things when you're not in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, that's
my show match performances haven't exactly been picture perfect Counter-Strike.
We should go and watch those and
really should
do a little bit of analysis. I would like that. Moses analyzes his own games.
I would tear myself apart. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it.
That wasn't Simple making a mistake. That was Simple hoping that someone would smoke off the windows. Yep. The smoke would be out of position and he could look at the edge of it. That's why he's looking a little bit disappointed into that corner, because Obviously, gives a little bit of heat, a little bit of comfort in there for a minute, but he really wanted to kill. Grenade gonna bounce into it. That's, oh my god.
Ooh.
And Snacks going down right afterwards. Simple getting that one. My god.
I want to see that shot from Simple. Oh, Edward, he wanted that kill, and Nade takes it before he can. He's going to creep up. Mihu's looking for this, and Edward, he does transfer back, but it's just too slow. A big hole that Virtus.pro have to climb out of in this round. This might continue their woes from Nuke, where they just struggled so much to string 2 rounds together. Flashbang isn't going to go far enough. Mihu spots out this player in the corner, but he still can't win it. Nicely done from Flamey. Great utility usage underneath the window.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. 4-1, and Virtus.pro being allowed a single round. Now they're right back to losing again, and without the bomb plant also. Obviously frustrating in terms of, I mean, they wouldn't have been able to buy even with it, but down the stretch of this first half, the more you can get, it all adds up towards the end. They do buy 3 smokes and a flashbang in this round to see if they could build something, and it looks like they're sort of talking things over again. Having a little chit-chat.
Yeah. Why not? A powwow, I believe they're called.
Yeah. Trying to figure out who's being the potato in this particular one.
Which one of you have done it? Well, it's allowed Edward to get close up and get into a great position. I think they'll have to assume someone's here. If all 5 players come here, there's no reason not to check that. There's 3 smokes and 1 flashbang on this VP side. I'm trying to think what they might use them for. Maybe a fake execute. I imagine wall smokes toward catwalk. Not going to do a whole lot though with Zeus and Edward playing so aggressively.
Yeah, Zeus, I mean, they're probably still going to check if Edward is there because that smoke is so suspicious, but it's obviously annoying that Zeus is being such a distraction on this side. Hitting a headshot right off the bat, and the lack of armor chewing them up. Well, even took the chairs with him.
Yeah, he really did. Another nice nade, another nade kill for the defense, so 5-1, and I believe that was it's a pretty tough reset for Virtus.pro to come out of. They're going to have AKs in this round, but again, it's going to be missing utility. So early on, even I think Neo going down to the Deagle just so he can have some extra nades. Actually, that was just all he could afford. So yeah, that was pretty brutal. So 1 smoke and 4 flashbangs, a Molotov and a decoy for Virtus.pro to use in this round. Again, can't do anything too technical, can't do anything too deep into the playbook, too complex. It's kind of got to be either you have to find a pick, you have to find a winning duel, or you have to just make a strategy and hit it, and they're going to go towards the same bomb site. 4 players here.
Oh, could be another great grenade. In fact, it's going to land behind Electronic, who picks up 2 kills. Pasha almost took that grenade right to the... He died. The Electronic spared him the pain of getting blown up. Stank sneaking on in, and when Bialy picks up the kill as well, it's suddenly looking a little bit doable. There's Bialy opening up and taking down Flamey 2-on-2. Electronic has got the triple, but the Molotov is going to force him right into Bialy's crosshair. That is great play. The utility usage has really been something this round for both teams. Zeus going to be walking in, looking for the angle. They don't really know where he is yet. Long range, not connecting, and that's a big problem. Grenade not going to touch them either, and he's way out in the open. This should not be working out. He's going to get 1 kill, but the pistol won't be enough. Neo starting with the deal, ending with the M4. And that's going to be the round for Virtus.pro. A little bit up and down that round. I
really don't know how. Remember, that was a 3-on-5. And think about what they brought into it. That's pretty wild. They're able to win that. A really nice flank, a timely flank from Snacks that kind of forces the players at the A bomb site. The one player playing close to the balcony has to get aggressive because he knows Snacks is going to be wrapping behind him at any moment. And that really helped out. So Snacks applies just enough pressure at the right moment. It kind of snaps the defense. 5-2. Still plenty of cash though on the Na'Vi side. And Snacks has got a MAC-10, Pasha's got a CZ. Maybe a misread of this economy, and Simple could punish him, and oh, that is a great shot. I thought he was at so much disadvantage when he was there. He's getting tagged up, and now he's got to try and fall away. A really awkward position. Edward's helping out in any way he can. I feel like Electronic gave his life so that Simple could survive, and there he goes.
Yeah, he was jumping, and Pasha took his face off. That, by the way, was a mistake for Simple. He wanted to actually make the jump onto the railing, I think, but he just improvised it all the way. Still got killed. But they are a man down, though. Zeus to help out in the middle, but that does kind of reveal that both Zeus and Edward are there. So Bialy and Pasha, see if they can make this work. Bialy's certainly sure that no one is in CT spawn, but if Pasha can't win the fight against Zeus, it's not going to matter all that much. Timing is everything, and he does spot him out. With 50 seconds, they're just going to make their way the other way. Edward jumping down, and Bialy absolutely the center of the map, knew everything at that point.
Yeah, he's just destroying everyone. He's the one that kind of opened things up as well, winning that 1v1 duel against Flamey at the A bomb site earlier on. A huge battle to win. Zeus is going to see the AWP and he's going to give it up now. He hears the footsteps. Wants to get a quick flank onto the B bomb site. I don't think it's going to work. Has to kind of slow down to make sure that Pasha doesn't know exactly where he's coming from. A chance here on this 1-on-2 though. Bialy's far away. He can't watch this, so if Zeus can find this kill quick and he's making plenty of noise, surely they've heard the drop.
Oh, that was a team flash, wasn't it? Zeus getting the 1 kill. And Pasha now behind the pillar. There's plenty of time for Zeus. He's got a kit as well. Pasha out in the open. This is very scary. Down to 43. The grenade is going to land almost at his feet. It touches him, but Pasha still gets the kill. Zeus not going to be happy about that. Oh my god, that was close.
That team flash was massive. That got Bialy killed. Especially because he does so much work. And he's just like, please just don't team flash me.
We found the potato.
One of them. We've called like 3 different VP players a potato on this map already, so.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's yeah. Oh well, that's two 1 versus 2s that Zeus hasn't been able to convert. Not easy. That's a great shot from Pasha. Jumping on simple and obviously the cleanup. Zeus at 1 HP, pushing through the nade tag. Another timeout called by Na'Vi. Early on. This is 2 using the first 8 rounds. And it's a round as well where
Pasha's been, I mean, people are talking about this a little bit. He's been so self-critical lately on social media, right? Like,
he's been taking it harder, I feel, than most.
Yeah, and
probably
now
the hardest.
He's here and actually, like, so far out of the rounds that we played in first and second map, he's been the most impactful.
Yeah, he's watching demos and everything.
What an absolute hero! I mean, how hard must it be after such a long career to sort of like find that kind of motivation to do it all over again? You know.
I mean, I guess it's easy when you're just getting, you know, for lack of a better word, dumpstered.
Yeah.
Tournament in, tournament out. I guess that's like, I mean, kind of being embarrassed of how your team is playing is
tough love.
It's a pretty motivating factor. Nade falls short. Simple get tagged a little bit through the wall.
Look at Electronic and Flamey having themselves a tiny bit of an adventure down here.
Oh yeah, they are. But Chance gets taken out. Electronic is still here though. I was gonna say, you know what the real depressing thing about those replays? We'll get to another round. This looks like it could get interesting, so we'll hit pause on that one. A little hectic. I mean, Na'Vi is extremely aggressive across the map. They've taken control of 2 different extremities of this map. Towards the B bomb side, Zeus is all the way pushed up, finds himself a kill, and Electronic is still here. And I think Bialy, because he gets that kill earlier, I believe he's going to assume this is clear. I don't think he expects a second player.
No, it doesn't look like it, does it?
It's a long con from Electronic.
His mind has tricked him into forgetting about the rest of it. That will happen. Giving up a little bit on the B bomb site, Na'Vi, thinking that they've got some intel, maybe some clue that it's going to be different. It does look like it's going to be an A crunch through connector and up the ramp. So Electronic's position is going to be huge if he can get that first kill with the MP9. The timing is absolutely flawless. You can swap it out for the AK. Their snacks coming in. Zeus trying to help out. Good timing on him as well. And now Electronic, there's still 20 seconds left. Almost coming way out into the open. That could be a bit dangerous. 2-on-2, but the kill there on Mihu is going to be big. Now 15 seconds for Pasha, and this time he can't do it. Electronic will take him down. Great round for him.
Yeah, nice positioning. That kill on Bialy is obviously critical, but I think even the bigger one is Zeus being able to take out Snacks, because Snacks is trying to help the rest of his teammates get up connector, and he's looking elsewhere for a fight, and Zeus able to kind of distract him and then take him out. That's a big piece that Virtus.pro could have used to secure the A bomb site. Really well done, and he was the closest one to also being able to attack Electronic.
And they've gone for a tactical time. They can't even buy, can they? I think on the VP side.
Virtus.pro? No, they cannot.
Tell me about the demos.
Oh yes, that thing. Yeah, the sad part about it was that when he gives that interview, you always like to see players being like, yeah, it's been a while since I've watched some demos, but like I was, I really wanted to win this game, so I watched them, and it's admirable. That's how much he really wants to win.
I know where you're going with this.
And then he just goes, I watched these demos and I studied how he played, and then when I got into the game, everything was different. I didn't actually learn anything from the demos, and we got wrecked. And it's just like, oh god. Right there, like right in that interview, you're just thinking after you read that sentence, you're like, oh, it's going to be another 3 years before he loads up a demo again.
I mean, in so many ways, it's one of the worst jobs that you have to do as a professional player to sit and try and watch those. It's
well, I mean, because you can't just like watch one demo and say this is how he's going to play, right? You have to find tendencies, and not all of them are long-term. And it's one of the great things when we hear like in-game leaders talk and the analysts discuss and everything like that. We've all kind of talked about you can't just expect to like fully anti-strat a team like forever. Like that can't be the basis of your success as anti-stratting, because what you do when you're anti-stratting is you're playing a step behind, right? You're anticipating their move. And if you're always anticipating, you never get to dictate the action.
Would you say that your average sort of matchmaking level player or face it level player or whatever would get something out of watching their own, like just their own style, like what kind of mistakes they make? Should people spend a little bit of time on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe not their own. I would focus more on watching a professional player, but the thing is, this is where most players kind of fail, is you have to be very honest with yourself about your skill set, right? If you're not good enough to be, a simple, don't watch Simple's demo, because he can do things you can't.
Fair enough. Well, Electronic actually surviving for the first kill. Edward there to help out. Great reaction from Edward. So aware that the next fight was going to be happening at top mid after the mid fight there. Viali and Neo not going to be left 2-on-3. They actually bought into this round. They really did not have a lot, so just hoping for the best, but Flamey will close it on out with a nice kill on Neo. So 7-3. It is a good start for Na'Vi, and especially because they get probably another free round here out of Virtus.pro.
I mean, that was a pretty big buy for VP to not really gain a whole lot. What, 2 kills?
Yeah.
That's going to be back foot. So without a plant, especially, even their next buy. We've seen some, even when Virtus.pro's been able to buy, they've been missing things. I don't think we've seen Pasha with the op yet on this T side. If my memory serves, which it usually doesn't.
No, I think you're right.
Nice.
It's been lacking altogether.
They have one nice thing going for them here is that, well, it's disappeared. Electronics rotated back, but they're playing retake and Flamey was all alone. The tough part is there's no armor, there's no utility for Virtus.pro, so it's just like, just rush. Hope you get the kills, and Electronic is one of those players that's going to put a stop to those shenanigans real quick. 4 kills for the guy.
Great summary of what it's been like watching Virtus.pro. They've got one big advantage. Oh, no, it's gone.
Oh, bless it all. Bless their hearts. Still no op on Pasha in this round. Nicely done from Electronic. He's having a great game. He's going to be up to, 14? 14.
Yeah, he's loving life at the moment. And Simple's got 2 kills, so there's definitely something up.
Well, yeah, if you don't need him yet and you're still winning 8-3, fair play. We'll see how the rest of this goes. We know he can just kind of heat up at any moment. Edward is going to be in the window room. Molotov tossed down, and there's 3 players in mid for VP. It's going to be Bialy watching in Palace for a push, and Snacks watching B for a push at the moment. So doing some form of delayed mid control for the Virtus.pro side. As Neo rotates back towards T-spawn to throw that window smoke again. Keep an eye on this position as well, especially on the minimap when he decides to make his play. You imagine some attention is going to be drawn towards mid, and that's when he might get more aggressive, Bialy, to try and find a duel.
Yeah, there's a little bit. You're right. Just a couple of grenades in the middle, and then Bialy's thinking that's the time.
It's because that's when the communication comes out from Mavi saying they're doing a mid take. Smoke's mid, I can't see anything, I have no information. That's when Electronic at the top of connector and Jungle has to decide where he wants to go, towards window, where he wants to watch. His attention is drawn away and Bialy pounces. Nice exchange from Edward. He's going to get taken. No, not yet, but the pistol comes out, and there's only so much one man can do. Flamey to hold this bomb site, but Zeus is helping out with a nice op shot.
Yeah, that was great all the way from across the map. Now, 2-on-2, 40 seconds. If they can't find Flamey, this is going to be a little bit of trouble. He does walk out. Zeus has been spotted yet again. Bialy, is he going to come out first? If he comes out first against Flamey, that might work out, but if Flamey's allowed to stay here for a little while, then maybe Snacks is not going to have the reaction to look down this corner. There's the shot coming out. He still hits the headshot. Oh my god! Flamey, what are you doing? Double kill with 5 health left. That was so quick.
It's such a difficult place for Flamey to be in, because if he's looking to the right, as you saw, his gun barrel is exposed over towards Palace, and the only thing that was saving him that whole time was the fact that Bialy, so low on HP, didn't really want to take a fight. He's there to support his teammate who needs to make all the moves. It doesn't matter. Flamey, nice performance. Another investment from VP in this round. They're going to go halfway. Upgraded pistols, some utility this time. Light armor as well. They're down by 6 rounds. Cannot afford, as we said, to have another poor half to start this map out.
Smoke in the middle is going to keep Electronic and Simple, but it doesn't change the fact that there are still 2 people here. Oh, they're going to double grenade it, aren't they? Right on top, and there goes Neo. The rest fairly tagged up, and I mean that also obviously shows you that there are 2 people here. They don't care. They're going to try anyway. I mean, they might as well. They've pretty much been discovered already. Mihu will get the 1 kill on Zeus, who is feeling very greedy indeed. But the rest are going to get chewed up, walking into the crossfire, and Simple's still going down. He's having a bit of an annoying beginning to this game here on Mirage.
Oh, well, that's a bit of a nightmare. It's not long for this world. Electronic takes him out. I mean, this was kind of the Na'Vi that a lot of people imagined, right? This is why we always say, you know, your superstar needs a sidekick. If Simple is going to have a quiet game, you need someone who can pick up the slack, and they have that in Electronic. And they're even getting a pretty Herculean effort out of Edward in these two maps. Talked about him on Nuke. He was very, very good in that upper bomb site. Here on Mirage as well, he's leading the way for Na'Vi, 16 kills. But I mean, Electronic and Flamey have 15, so not far behind. Simple's, this has got to be the most fun Simple's had playing a game in a long time. Doesn't need to do anything.
Yeah,
I love those games.
He could just take it easy. I wonder if he feels like that, or if he wants to be part of the action a bit more.
Everyone likes taking, you know, one game off.
Just one. Does that mean he's gonna be back in style for the next one?
Yeah, it does actually mean
dropping
that.
40 kills.
Well, there's 3, and that's the first round. Pasha had the AWP, and it's already gone. Doesn't even really get a sing or anything like that. Snacks is hoping Flamey walks in, and there was the chance. There was the jump. That would have been a great equalizer. Tough shot to hit, but he is going to find Edward instead over the top of that smoke. Sounded like precision. We didn't get to see it on the screen, but a couple taps in there.
Yeah, where are they going to go? They're so far spread out. Snacks and Neo over on one side. Mihu could kind of join them. And Bialy on that A ramp again. They look like they want to try and crunch the A bomb site.
I like what Na'Vi is doing, though. Simple rotating over with the AWP. Probably going to get in the B position, allow Zeus to rotate back if need be. If
Bialy uses the Molotov for Electronic's position, which you can do from that A ramp, that would be huge. That means Electronic is just going to be gone immediately, but so far he's just creeping on in. Yes, he does. Electronic's got no chance. Walking right. He actually gets the kill anyway. That's a huge frag coming out from Electronic. Standing inside of the flames. Finally they pick up the bomb there. 24 seconds. They set that up so nicely on the VP side, but he is just a monster in this game. Now it's a 3-on-3. And they're trying to all retake from the same angle. I'm not sure about that. That could be questionable.
They do have a smoke. They can throw that for a connector. Bialy, oh, he heard the noise in the last second, so he gets back in towards the cover. He's got the angle. Flamey not aware of it. Trade needs to come in, but it's not. Bialy's going to get 2 kills, and he pretty much wins this round. Simple goes down to me, who is waiting on Catwalk. Nicely done from Virtus.pro, making that work to get their 4th.
Yeah, very, very good job. Good communication, and it looked like they were pretty much scattered, but the fact that Bialy had that control on the A-ramp, just enough that they wanted to go for that bomb site instead. So, moving into the 15th round, Na'Vi can still buy on everybody, I think.
Yes, I believe so. No, maybe not. This is what they're going to bring forward into it. So Electronic's going to have the CZ. I guess fair play. Like, Edward's been having a phenomenal game. No reason to take away the M4 from him. Electronic playing close up underneath balcony. I think he might try and push this at a certain point if he doesn't feel the pressure. It is going to be a heavy play towards this A bomb site. You've got Pasha, Bialy, and Neo waiting at A ramp. Mihu's already close to connector. They're looking to split this. Snacks has been forced away for now. There's Mihu coming up. That deletes one of the players defending. It's only down to 2, and Simple's going to bail out for the moment. Edward's here for reinforcements. They've got to delay, and they've got to get at least one more kill.
Definitely do. He's not currently being covered by any smoke, so if they try and cross over without any protection, that might be it. Actually, Edward not even going to wait, but he gets countered immediately. Snacks will debris frag, and Zeus hoping to catch somebody, but he's just not really seeing anyone at the moment. Almost getting that kill on Snacks, who has to retreat. There's Pasha, shutting him down close range with the AWP. And Simple, it's not really been his half right now. Don't know if we could expect, and indeed we cannot, that he would get the 1 versus 3. 10-5 in favor of Na'Vi. I think they're going to be quite happy with the 10 rounds, but Virtus.pro showing some signs of life.
Yeah, definitely are. And if Nuke is any kind of a judgment as well, you give them that opportunity, they will make a comeback. So 5-10, this is just 1 round better than what they had on their T side of Nuke, and they're going to switch over. Bialy leading the way. They need him to keep up, and Pasha's op needs to come alive. Like we said, I think we only had like 2 or 3 rounds, maybe 3 in this half, so we didn't get really a whole lot of a chance with it. But I think it's got to be a positive sign that Simple is not having one of his games. At the very least.
You said that, but...
But here it comes.
I was going to say.
That might have just ignited it.
It's just such a rare occurrence, you know. You don't really sort of fully expect it. You think, oh, well, you know, what's going on, what's up?
Yeah.
So, but obviously, most people think just human. So
Not entirely sure about that fact, though, are we?
no, just not sure.
Both of these teams busting out, B rushes, essentially.
And look at the counter from VP. So there's not even anybody in the A bomb side right now for the Polish team. Snacks is going to get caught, but that doesn't matter. There are so many people defending the bomb side. If they're not careful, Na'Vi, they just might rush into the rest of the team. A little bit of team damage, I believe, there. Mihu looking for a headshot. He's going to get it on Simple, and now it's 4 versus 3. And Na'Vi realize, wait a minute, they're all here.
Yeah, they back away very quickly. There was 4 USPs trained on those windows. That would have been so deadly. Losing 2 players, not gaining anything. So again, it's going to fall on Electronic. He's got the one long-range weapon for Na'Vi if he can find a kill at range. And I mean, Virtus.pro has to figure out what they want to do as well, because look at the mini-map. They were all together. Now Pasha's back in CT spawn. Doesn't want to push all the way to the A bomb site. Bialy as well doesn't want to push farther. But Neo and Mihu were even spread out. So now Na'Vi have found a way. If they can get up connector, Electronic can appear towards here, keep Neo back as his teammates move up. And Pasha and Bialy aren't even going to be able to defend this, so it should at least be a plant for Na'Vi. And if they plant in the front of the boxes, they don't even have to take over the bomb site.
Yeah, this is so smart movement. It actually feels like they're controlling more of the map, even in spite of the fact that they have one less player on that team. Still feels like Na'Vi are the ones who are pushing Virtus.pro around. 2 smokes on the Polish side, so they could maybe try and go for sort of a smoke defuse if that's what it comes to. Now they've all shown up. Mihu's still all the way on the other side. They're really paranoid about some sort of fake. Bialy continuing. Neo there with a headshot, leaving Flamey 1 versus 3, and that's just not going to happen. Will be taken down. Virtus.pro. I thought actually they were being too careful, but turns out it worked out quite well.
It helps that Na'Vi, went aggressive towards CT spawn, right? They wanted to eliminate the players there. They were thinking maybe it would just be 1 to 2 that they could all swing out on, and when it ended up being 3 with utility as well, they kind of just get caught, and there's nowhere for them to go from there. You can't really get in any kind of a good position after you're stuck in that scenario at that exact point on the map. 6 to 10 as Na'Vi aren't able to convert. It was a tough situation. It is good to see Virtus.pro able to keep that lead. Scouts on Snacks and Pasha. 3 M4s otherwise with the plant. Na'Vi likely going to buy in that 3rd round.
Yeah, they want to be ready for the CT side there. I mean, it is Mirage, so if you buy a lot of MP9s and UMPs here, then you're going to have to probably spend them in the 18th round fighting long range against AKs. That isn't always a good idea, especially not when you are already 1 map down. They're trying to play it safe for the moment at least. Just, yeah, very drawn back defense on the A bomb side. Nobody playing Shadow or on the bomb side itself, but it's working out really well.
I mean, all that Na'Vi can really do is hope they win a fight and hope that someone Electronic with that Deagle is able to kill one. They're not even really close at the moment. Simple. See what he's got. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nice shot from Pasha with the scout. Even Mihu's going to push forward and start perhaps getting some information. 2 players coming in towards B tunnels. The bomb back at T spawn. Oh, they're going to wrap underneath, so they're going to try and just turn this into a split onto the A bomb site. And this is kind of cool from Na'Vi. I mean, yeah, you can say they're out of the round. They don't really have anything to play with, but at least now they're getting a chance to find some kills, and you don't want to just go to a slaughter. You want to do some of that economic damage.
Ooh, Edward making a bit too much noise. I think he was hoping that he could catch whoever was shooting him in the underpass, but that wasn't happening. And now they've spotted out Electronic as well. Good job on Mihu picking up those kills. Another round for Virtus.pro as expected, but at least the first test of quite a few to come is going to be this round now. First buy round in the second half for Na'Vi as they pick up a couple of AK-47. Should be one on Zeus as well, I think.
You imagine there would be. They should. I mean, I think
no.
No, maybe for utility. He might have dropped some, as the in-game leader, maybe dropped one of some of the pistols earlier so that everyone else could have the AK in full armor in this round. Regardless, it's a strong buy, all things considered. 4 AK. Simple's just going to go fight. Look at it, he's already up A ramp. This is crazy. He's past that smoke. And Bialy's playing this so passively. Not only did he miss that, he just kind of doesn't even realize how close Simple is going to be getting. Simple looking for it. There's the big kill. Now Pasha can respond on this. He's swinging wide, but he misses the opportunity. That is a great find from Simple to take that upon himself. And look at the B hit now. This makes it so much more dangerous, so much more difficult for Virtus.pro to hold. Mihu's caught out in the open in awkward timing, and even Snacks is forced away. It's just a scout. I think Virtus.pro might have to save this already.
Yeah, it's looking very likely at the moment. What a great aggressive peek into that A-bomb site for Simple. Leg shot not going to be quite enough here, and it's still a 2-on-5. They are very low on the Na'Vi side, but I'm not sure Virtus.pro even necessarily know that, so instead, just gonna have to pack it up. And man, we talked about that test coming a little bit early for Virtus.pro. They didn't really quite pass Moses.
No, they didn't. What would you give them on this round? Letter score.
We don't use letters in Denmark.
Really? What do you use?
We use some
Stickers?
sort of
Like, do the little hippie thing? You get like a sunshine today?
Yeah, exactly. Little star on the wall. We use this really absurd scale. It's been changed, but we use this absurd scale, which is like 6 is a passing mark, and then it stops at 13.
It's bad luck.
Yeah. It never really made any sense to me either.
All right.
But I also
So
was never close to getting any of those marks. So.
Is higher better?
Yes.
Cool.
And it skips 12. So you get like 9, 10, 11, no 12.
13.
13. It's absolute nonsense, isn't
That
it?
is very weird, especially considering most things skip 13. Which is absurd in itself. That's for a different day, though. 4 USPs and the M4 on Pasha as Na'Vi inch closer to taking a commanding score. It's already 11-7. Would love for that 12th, and should be able to get it. This is a round where they have all the advantages, and Pasha's being aggressive, so no chance of even swamping this M4 off. Spamming the corner, keeping him pinned down. Flashbang, utility being used by Neo to try and give Pasha an opportunity, but Flamey ensures that does not happen. And now he has a long time he can peer into that B bomb site. Even Electronic going to start wrapping. I think Simple might have spotted him, though. No, he did not. He does now.
That's really quick for a round to be over, isn't it? You know they didn't have much on the VP side, but just Na'Vi obviously no fear at all in this round.
Oh, they knew what they were going up against. They knew it was just going to be the 1 M4 low buy as well. That's a good economic read from Na'Vi, really kind of bullying their way in mid, knowing there was nothing to really challenge them. 11-7, and Na'Vi doesn't even need to hunt these down. They obviously don't necessarily know what weaponry these two players have, and there's the M4. So yeah, now they would love to hunt it, and that's a good find from Simple. Mihu and Connector.
They are coming. Maybe if he walked back towards a window, he could escape. Or yeah, no, underpass. Electronic going to be there looking for him. Does almost go down. Got to be careful the bomb doesn't take him, but Flamey will find the M4. So nothing is saved on the VP side. 12-7 instead in favor of Na'Vi. They're looking like a much better team right now, Na'Vi. Still feeling confident in that liquid pick? No.
Yeah, I feel great in the liquid pick.
No. Not feeling nervous at all.
Absolutely
You
not.
could change your mind if you want. I'm not going to think any less of you.
No, I'm good. I'm comfortable there. I'll stay.
Just remember, you got the opportunity.
Yeah, did I?
Pasha ended up dancing around in the smoke for a little bit. I think he probably wanted to cross, and if you can get to the right side really quick, and then like sometimes if you're too quick about it, they forget about it and they sort of walk out. So.
Ooh, there he is. He's alive. Pasha with a kill.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, he's back.
Oh.
And
he dodges the grenade a little bit.
Yeah, just went past him. A lot of utility being used in mid at the moment. It is control for Na'Vi, and that's... So, okay, well, here he goes. We talked about Simple being a little bit quiet in that first half. He's starting to make up for it.
Look at Bialy.
Ooh, that's nice. He's pushing down A ramp at the moment, starting to get a big flank. Edward's coming back to check on it, though, so that might be bad news for Bialy. I think he just gave up his kind of aggressiveness. Electronic going to find Mihu. He spotted the shoulder as Mihu got up, but he definitely cleared that corner out. Really well done. 4-on-3. Virtus.pro have 1 Molotov, and it's up to them. They do have an AWP, which is kind of a big piece they can use, but how do they move across the map to get the information and to be able to stop something from happening? Because they don't have any of the utility for a retake. And at the moment, Bialy and Pasha playing together backed by CT Spawn, there's very few things they can accomplish from this position.
I think essentially they're taking a big risk right now, and
Gambling at B?
Yeah, they're just gambling. They're thinking, I got spotted over at the A hallways. Maybe they're gonna come B as a result, and we just try and get here early. And if
if you come B, maybe we win. If you go A, we have the guns.
We save. Yeah, that's got to be the logic. It's not really an insane choice. I mean.
Yeah, I feel bad though because they did this towards the end of Nuke. You remember there were a couple of rounds where there was like a 2-on-3 retake. Yeah. Like at this point, when the score is 7-12, I feel like you have to kind of try and win around like this, right? Like, you need to start winning rounds, and I feel like this is that cliche that just comes into my head when I saw the play on Nuke and just being reinforced here, and maybe unfairly, that playing not to lose versus playing to win.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, and that is like the mentality that we've been talking about for Virtus.pro. That
it's the mentality that they never had previously, though.
Yeah, exactly right, and like, but we're also missing, as we talked about. Maybe it seems insignificant, but the lack of high fives. There's no like cheering going on. They don't look very animated.
It's just another argument that we've discussed to bring cheerleaders into Counter-Strike.
I know you've been petitioning people for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, how do you even have like how do you take that discussion about the mental energy in a team and move it beyond just sort of words, but like try and quantify it in some meaningful way? Because obviously it doesn't, like, it's kind of hard to get a taste of what it means, you know?
You can't quantify. I think the only way that it's not even really quantifying it, but the best example of it was the old school Virtus.pro, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just feel like there's got to be very similar, if not like perfect terms for it already developed in the sports world that we can just adopt and think about, you know?
Assimilate?
Yeah, exactly. Like that must be a thing.
Yeah, maybe we'll get that answer. Dualies on Snacks, and I would love to see these do some work because they're phenomenal. But Pasha with the op is going to open things up. Mihu's going to have a chance, but he looks away. Electronic on the stairwell. Nice shots from Bialy. He's kept Virtus.pro in it, and certainly now the save is looking good. Snacks with the dualies on the flank. I think we're going to get a kill out of those dualies, which I would love. And Virtus.pro in a really good position to just steal this round away.
Yeah, he's got the angle for it. He's just waiting for his teammates at the moment. Simple wants to open it up, but Bialy again will take him down. There's the triple. And Flamey about to be shot in the back.
Knifed.
They're going to try and knife him. He jumps down and stabs him. Ah, he stole your dream of the dualies, Moses, but are you going to take the knife instead?
I'll take the knife instead. That's well played. Nicely done from Snacks. A little bit of boost in the economy. Again, though, Bialy's the hero. Just standing tall in connector, 2 kills. He's got 21 frags in this game. Pasha's behind him at 13, and then on the other side it's Electronic, Edward at 21 each, and then Flamey at 20.
Imagine the horror if Snacks tried to come and knife you. Like, he's so huge.
It got dark real quick, didn't it?
You just...
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to defend yourself.
I don't want to think about it. I feel like I'd be faster. Bialy. He's going to get bailed out by an op shot. Electronic gets baited into that peak. It's an awkward situation. He can try and win this. Tries to pre-fire, but he's already put it too much of a disadvantage. So nice aggression from Virtus.pro. Really catches Navi off guard. It's that shot from Pasha that really sells it. But Simple's going to respond, and he's not done yet. He can build upon this. Mihu goes down. And the position from Flamey isn't bad either. Neo's got to be very careful. Flamey knows someone's going to peek. Where's the timing? He spots the body. He's been spotted as well. He wants to stick around and take this fight, though. That smoke might allow him to peer over towards the right. There's a little bit of a corner under that smoke. Going to be difficult.
The fact that he put out that smoke just saved him from the flashbang that came in from Pasha and Connector. Otherwise, Flamey would have ate that one raw, and that might not have turned out so well. He's got to be careful. If he jumps up one more time, that could get tricky. Grenade. Not going to do too much. Got caught in the corner instead.
I hate that.
Yeah, a little bit annoying, isn't it?
It's just... Yeah, it is. Flamey. Simple's there with the AWP. Hasn't quite committed. I mean, throughout all this, Zeus is coming from mid, so they obviously want to split this A bomb site. One player down, Navi assuming that the defense from middle, the information gathering at middle is suspect from VP, and they're going to be right. So Neo is about to be under a whole lot of pressure from multiple different angles. He's going to be in a tough spot.
Simple setting up the smoke, making the jump out. Pasha could have got caught then. And Zeus is going to come barreling through the smoke up the middle. Flamey going down. Zeus with one, Simple with the other, and trying for a bit more. Zeus with a big double kill, taking down Pasha. And it's going to be Snacks now. 1 versus 2. The bomb goes down with 5 seconds left. And now would be a great time to see Snacks come into play. Almost catching Simple with the jump there. Now looking for Zeus, but that AWP is going to do it. Triple kill for the captain. And Navi going to be at 14 rounds. That was a big turnaround.
That's phenomenal play from Navi, and they've done it a couple times in this series. You know, as much as we've criticized Navi, you know, since Simple joined and how much it seemed like a one-man team and they were missing things tactically and missing things in terms of cohesion, they've played some phenomenal mid-rounds in this series so far. Yeah. That is really cool to see from Navi, really getting patient, trusting your teammates to make the play. You can see guys, you know, Simple being patient for Zeus to do something across the map, and he delivers. Really well done. Pasha gonna go for another peek, trying to make something happen. Narrowly avoids getting his head taken off. And from there, there's no more response in middle for Virtus.pro. They don't have enough bodies here to do anything. Neo and Pasha both playing connector. miHu deep on catwalk.
Pasha sort of kind of sticking around, but he's got to be very careful. It's not like Neo and miHu can help him a lot if they come and try and spray him down.
I like this, though. I like this Pasha taking this risk. It's such an important round. To be able to play for the win instead of playing for overtime, it's a completely different mindset, and Pasha wants to deliver here.
We are waiting. Zeus and Simple are on the other side making a little bit of a move, but Amy, Edward, and Electronic are kind of frozen in middle right now. Gonna re-smoke the window and finally make a little bit of a move out. Looks like it's gonna end up being a B crunch of some sort. At least at the moment it does.
Well, they have a smoke. They have 2 smokes for a connector. Because that's where they're going to have to attack, and they don't use them. They just want to go straight at it. Neo, that's a big win. Pasha's up next, but he goes down. Now Neo's stuck. But miHu is still winning every fight. Great crossfire, and here's Snacks delivering at the B bomb site. Runs out of ammunition, but the pistol comes out. That's Virtus.pro keeping their hopes alive on Mirage. 9-14. And I think Na'Vi... Oh, no, they're going to buy again. They'll be able to drop. Zeus can drop an AWP or an AK-47. They're going to call a timeout just to make sure they're on the same page and know exactly what they want to do. Have some extra time to work out this monetary situation, but it's still looking good.
It is. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, if miHu doesn't pick up those 2 kills, then that bomb site's going to get crunched almost immediately. So really, really good job on them, and obviously Snacks getting the first kill, slowing it down a bit. Even if Simple managed to get out and get one on miHu, it's still a pretty solid defense overall. It's
interesting that Na'Vi attacked that connector position, right? Because if you're going to split the B bomb, so you have to get past it. Instead of using a smoke on it, they just went for the fight, which is just kind of a, I guess, you switch it up, you go back and forth, right? I'm sure some rounds they would have smoked that off, but that time, obviously, they get punished. A nice setup between Pasha and Neo. Still, it had to come down towards miHu.
Timeout is about to run out. Double AWP now on the VP side. I think we said this yesterday, maybe the day before, maybe both days. But it's quite a luxury to have that AWP in the B bomb side on Mirage when you're defending.
It just allows a lot of flexibility, doesn't it? Especially if someone like Snacks is going to get aggressive, he can grab that deep angle, and it allows miHu to kind of cheat. He's already in market, so he'll gain a couple extra seconds on the call over towards A, or the call over to cover window room as Pasha's the rotator. Either way, regardless of what the setup is at B, you need someone to hold off at A initially, and Bialy can't do it this time, and that might spell disaster. Electronic's going to get aggressive here. I don't think they're going to be ready for it, but miHu somehow wins the fight, but there's Edward with a really good trade, and through the smoke is Neo, and somehow Virtus.pro have kept themselves at an even situation.
God, that's a devastating grenade on Flamey, but he still gets the headshot on Pasha. Oh my god, that's very important. Neo going to try and see if he can keep them in this round, and Simple taking him down through the smoke, all on Snacks. Coming in with the AWP, and Simple not even going to show himself, immediately taking down Snacks, 15-9. A good couple of rounds here towards the end for Simple too. Starting to just, bring it up a little bit.
These past few rounds, Virtus.pro has, these past 4 rounds, it's just been trades back and forth. VP on the CT side, the most damaging to your economy, hasn't been able to sustain and build 2 together, so just constantly getting drained down and economically reset, and I think those might be the rounds. Surely there's going to be some ones in the first half where they were only able to get 5 rounds on their T side, but I think this kind of exchange back and forth here is the one that they're going to look at and they're saying, if we could just have won a second round, maybe we could have done something. Not able to make it happen. Good dink onto Simple early on, but Na'Vi has everything on the B side of the map. They've got Catwalk, they've got mid. Snacks is the only one actually at B, and he's got a CZ. Yeah, it's a good gun, but in a 1 versus 5, I don't think it's going to do enough.
Neo was just spotting for that. Still going to get caught, as will Pasha and miHu, and 2 players left here to try and hold on to this series. Na'Vi looking to 2-0 Virtus.pro. Bialy stuck in the bomb site. They could just go to B and plant, but bet you they're going to try and see if they can just look for him. At least 2 people are already, in fact 4 or 5 of them, they're all hunting, and Bialy, there's no chance at all any longer. Great play out of Na'Vi all throughout these 2 maps. 16-9 in their favor, and that's a good game for them.
That is very, very good, and on top of the individual level of guys like Electronic and Simple, and even Flamey, and even actually Edward. They all played a good game, but outside of those individual efforts, I think the big takeaway is how well Na'Vi played some of those mid-rounds. That's a new aspect of their game that we really hadn't been able to talk about anytime recently. they've quietly, maybe not so quietly, but maybe unexpectedly have had such a really strong start to the season with a lot of top fours or this year.
Yeah.
And now making their way here at Star Ladder.
I really think there's got to be some sort of mental change that needs to happen on Virtus.pro. If nothing else, I mean, you know, obviously roster changes are the other way to go, but I just think if the team just seems to be in such a poor condition right now.
They do, which is a bummer.
Like even when they win like 3 rounds in a row and you know, they were in a position, they were a nuke in a position where they could have turned it around and won it, but like they don't look like people who are
confident that they can do it. Well, I mean, you've even seen in this tournament the struggles they've had to close games.
Yeah.
You know, the first day was that 14-6 lead over AGO. Yesterday we watched them play somebody. It's a long time ago. And they didn't close out either.
Mess, aren't you?
It's bad. But yeah, no, they even struggled to close games out, which is something we didn't normally see out of them. So
yeah.
I'm going to have to work through it. Navi, on the other hand, look like they've done a great job on their kind of team mentality, which is tough when all the rumors around them, you know, in a simple and not in Flamey wanting to go to SK and almost that being like, you know, an inch away from happening.
Yeah.
To recover from that kind of like knowledge within your team, to now be performing this way is very cool.
Yeah, you love to see it. I mean, especially for a tournament, it's actually in Ukraine. You want them to show up.
This Navi's your pick to win, right?
They are, yeah.
I mean, you did wait till day 2 to say it, which is a little bit weak.
Nobody asked me on day 1. I can't.
Nobody asked me. I still put it out there.
You still put it out there? Well, you just wanted the credit. You just wanted to.
I wanted the attention.
Yeah,
for sure.
Wanted the retweets.
The social traction.
All you have to do is post some sort of demos. Is like if Liquid don't win, I will,
something. And you're going to take that one all day? No, I'm not going to do that. Listen, I'm confident. I'm not that confident. Let's be real.
Yeah. What do you think Liquid think about that? That's unforgivable.
I think they're fine with it. I think they would like me to curse them as little as possible. I'm doing my best to work my way around that. Either way, we're going to get out of here. We're going to send it over to Paula. He's got an interview with the winners.
I'm stood by with Flamey from Na'Vi. Congratulations on beating Virtus.pro.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your CT halves on both maps. It looked like you guys were making fantastic use of your utility. Was that a focus?
We didn't focus on utility, but we focus a lot on our team play and how we communicate with each other. So that was the main thing. When you play CT, you need to communicate to each other and back up your teammate.
Okay, and mid-round then, with regards to team play, as Daniel walks behind us trolling, it seemed like you were making the right decisions. Where were those calls coming from?
Usually it comes from one player or captain. Someone say, let's stay for Ace, for example, and we say, yeah, let's do it, and it works like this.
If we look now in a bit more detail at your T-halves, I think currently the Na'Vi meta is very different to what once Zeus was very famous for, where everything was at a much slower pace and rounds were starting to be executed on only in the last 35, 30 seconds. Whereas now it seems like you guys are playing much more comfortably, faster and earlier in, even before we hit a minute left. Is that right? Wrong? Just give me some opinions.
Yeah, I think it's right because we have players like Simple and Electronic, which are very aggressive and they very high skilled individually. So it's easier for us to play for them, for example. And if they want to play fast, we will play fast as well. But sometimes we change in our style because the teams can adapt for it. But yeah, we can play fast and can play slow as well.
Exactly, and for instance, talking about what you're saying, in one of those final rounds, I think you were down 3-4 on the T side Mirage, and you made a smoke execute with only a couple of smokes onto the A site, and it worked out. So you made a play coming through connector, jumping through a smoke. It was quite chaotic, but it worked. So you still have it in you to bring things down a level and slow your pace.
Yeah, I think we have. So it was just like, I don't know, it wasn't a round which we wanted to do, but it was something like, I will go do this, and it worked.
Yeah, finally then, do you feel like that's a strength for you guys right now, being able to adapt and make those decisions, even if you're down a player or in a tough position?
Yeah, I hope so, that we will adapt to each enemy we play, so if we adapt, I will be happy.
Great, Flamey. Well, you look happy right now, 2-1. Would you like to say anything else?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, everyone. As always, cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Let's head back to our desk.